Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I hope you stick around and I hope you enjoy my videos. I'm gonna quickly get into this video, but before I do, please go follow my Instagram and also subscribe to me, please. If you like my videos, of course. So today's video is going to be about the recruiting process for NCAA, basically. I'm making this video out of experience. I'm a senior in college right now. I do go to D1 school, Iowa State University, for track. That's if you don't know me already, of course. I'm a triple jumper here, and yeah, basically I just want to give y'all tips that I wish I had during the recruiting process, and then I'll share my actual recruiting process with y'all so y'all can see what it actually really looks like. I'll also share some pictures, videos, whatever it may be, just so y'all can really understand it. So first, let's talk about how to get recruited to D1 colleges. Let's get into this because I got some tips. Y'all better be taking notes. I'm kidding, but like, you could take notes if you wanted to. Anyways, so I know the first question everyone asks when it comes to like getting recruited and stuff: what do I have to be jumping? What do I have to be running? What do I have to do? So here's how you find out what you actually need to be running and jumping. I didn't know about this website before I got to college, so let me share this with y'all that every single college athlete uses. Every single track athlete uses in college. The website is called TFRS, and basically it literally puts everyone's stats on there. Every meet you've gone to, your stat is there. You can look at the qualifying times or distances, whatever it may be, for each conference, for each school. Like, literally it is all there, and I wish I knew this before, because before I got recruited I was really struggling trying to see what do I even need to jump to go to college. Like, here you can also look at like the indoor list, like what are they jumping nationally, like in college, like you can see it all and you can see exactly where you're trying to fall at. Also, look at the schools that you're interested in, look at their website, go to their rosters, look at their specific athletes that's in your event and see what they're doing. So like when I was getting recruited by Iowa State and like Oklahoma, I would just go to their roster, see what their athletes were jumping, and see, okay, if I can jump this, maybe their coach will be interested in me. So that's a perfect way. And just remember that it's different for every event, so make sure you're looking for your event specifically. So a lot of people also ask, when it comes to recruiting, what did you jump to get recruited? In triple jump, I was jumping 39s consistently. Most meets I'd be jumping around 39. What actually got me my scholarship was this jump. I'll try to put it somewhere. This is where I jumped a 40'4", I want to say. So yeah, I jumped this, and that's when colleges were like, oh, hold up. And this actually put me #1 in the nation for like a week and a half. And then right after, the very next meet I had, I got hurt. People started passing me up and I couldn't even reclaim my spot. So anyways, so that's what I was jumping. Also, I did do long jump at the time as well. I was jumping in the 17s. If you're jumping better than me, you have a very high chance of going D1. If you're jumping around what I was jumping at the time, you still have a good chance. I'm at a D1 college, I jumped that. You do have to know that everyone has gotten better since then too. That was 4 years ago. The standards have changed a little, so just keep that in mind. So now, here are just like kind of steps that you should be taking. So the first thing I want to say, like, to try to get recruited to D1 colleges, do your research. Research is so important, y'all. Know which different colleges you're interested in. Know what their stats are. Going back to the first thing, know their standards. Know what their girls are jumping. Do your research before then. And start reaching out to those colleges. I know it could be a little scary. Like, you want me to reach out to these people? What? But if you want to get recognized, you have to take some steps to get recognized, especially if you're not an athlete who's like placing #1 in state, or you're not ranked nationally, you know what I mean? You'll have to put yourself more out there than a high-end athlete. Is that even the term? I don't know, whatever. So yeah, reach out to coaches to start getting recognized. And how you find these coaches, you literally go to their website. So I would look up, like, let's say I was looking at Iowa State, I would look up Iowa State track and field roster, and then normally if you scroll all the way down, you'll see the coaches. Then you'll see their specific event coaches or the head coach. And when you're contacting these coaches, just make an email, or maybe their phone number's there. Maybe you can call them. I would suggest email first and then calling later. In an email, I just put like your name, your PRs, what events you do. So I would be like, hi, I'm Jalaiya Bartley. I am a triple jumper. I have jumped this. Include a picture or a video. I'd suggest a video so they can see kind of where you're at, what you're doing, how you're looking in that event. Include why you want to be there. Make it specific so they can be like, oh, this person really wants to be here at this school. You know what I mean? you know, yeah. And include your GPA, include your academic standings, because a lot of athletes like to think that academics don't matter, but I'm telling you that it does. Colleges look into your academics to see how you're handling it, see how you're handling sports mixed with school. All of that stuff is a factor into them deciding if they want you there. So don't just put academics to the side and think only your athletic abilities is going to get you where you need to go. Okay? They look at that stuff. You know, once you reach out in an email, whatever, see if you can organize a phone call. That makes it so much more personal. You're no longer just an email that they're getting every day. They actually think of you as a person now, if that makes sense. So like, these college coaches are getting emails like this all the time. Hundreds and hundreds of emails they're probably getting from athletes like us who want to go to their school, who want to be D1, who wants to, you know, continue with their track or whatever sport you are. They're getting so many of these emails. So see if you can make a phone call. Also, because they're getting all of these emails, you might not get responded to, and that's okay. You have to follow up. And I do want to say, bro, this ring light is blinding me right now, I'm not even gonna lie. Anyways, I do want to say, if you're an extremely good athlete, like I was talking about earlier, you're placing first in state, or you're #1 in the nation, or top in the nation, you know what I mean, this step probably won't be something you have to do, because at that point colleges are coming to you. Like, you don't even have to go to them. They're coming to you. You'll know when they're coming to you. They're coming to you or your coach. So this step might not be that important for you. Another thing, you can have your coach reach out to these schools. So if you have a really good coach like I did in high school, he was reaching out to colleges for me. See if your coach can reach out. Most of the time they will, and they will want you to get to the next level, you know, so don't be scared to ask them. And most of the time they'll be keeping in constant contact with these coaches on your behalf, keeping them updated on like what you're doing, how's it going, you know, stuff like that. With that being said, be nice to your coaches. Be a good athlete so that they want to help you. So contacting, all that stuff is huge in recruiting, especially if you're trying to get to a good school. Make sure someone's doing that, you're doing that. So when it comes to recruiting, I wish I did this, but I didn't. Start early, please. I started my senior year, like the last few months until I graduated. So try to start early if you can, because at that point they're giving away a lot of scholarships already to people that they want coming, you know, that they're bringing to their school for the next year. Like around that time, they're already getting things set in stone type of thing. So I would suggest you start early, just contacting these coaches. It doesn't have to be years prior, but I'm just talking about give yourself time in advance, and also coaches time to like really finalize things and see if you're a good fit, etc., etc. For me, starting the recruiting process, when I did, it went fine for me because like these coaches were contacting me as well. But for some, like I said, you might be the only one reaching out. So if that's the case, you want to start it earlier than at least I did, or something like that, you know? Also, if you're trying to get into these D1 schools, I suggest you go to big meets in high school. I didn't go to any big meet. Actually, just kidding. I went to Texas Relays, I think. Yeah, I went to Texas Relays. I did horrible. But you want to go to these bigger meets, so like New Balance, Indoor Nationals, Texas Relays. This is where all of the college coaches are going to go to look for high schoolers. I am telling you, when I went to Texas Relays, all you saw were college coaches there, literally. And my college coach was there. Oklahoma's coach who was recruiting me was there. There's always going to be very good schools there looking for their next athlete. You'll see SEC schools there, Big 12, literally every conference. You'll probably see coaches at those bigger meets. So try to get there, try to go. I'm not even kidding. That's going to be huge for you, especially if you pop off that meet. They're looking at you. So go to those big meets. That's very important. So those are the big tips I have when it comes to getting recruited to D1 schools and what you need to do to get to that level. This next part I'm about to go over is going to be like my recruiting process, and you know, how things went for me, and then also just kind of how majority of recruiting processes go. So let's get into that, and here's my recruiting process if you're interested. So for the recruiting process, there's in-home visits, official visits, them coming watch you at your meets, like different stuff. So an in-home visit is obviously as it sounds. They come to you, they come to your house, and they talk to you, they show you PowerPoints, whatever it may be. This is probably less likely now that COVID happened. I don't know how it's going right now with everything, but this is something that I went through. And in an in-home visit, you want to make a good first appearance. I tried to like dress up all cute. at least at the time, like how I dressed was kind of in and cute. Like things have changed, but like it's 4 years, that's a while ago. Make a good first impression, dress nice, be tip-top shape, clean your house, like stuff like that, you know? They're coming to meet you. Y'all are both seeing if y'all are good fits. An official visit is basically a visit that's completely paid for by the school. So I went on official visits. They'll pay for your flight out, they'll pay for food there. You get to either stay in a hotel or a dorm. You get to experience the college atmosphere, what it's like, the experience. Dude, my camera's about to die. Are you joking me? Wow. You get to meet coaches, athletes, literally everyone. You get to go see the facilities, see if it's a good fit, all of that stuff. So my recruiting process, like I said, started my senior year. Before senior year, I've been doing track since middle school. I was focusing on basketball and track at the time. And then my junior or sophomore year, I decided to stop basketball and focus on track. Once I focused on track, of course, my numbers started increasing because I'm focused now. My senior year, I never got any place below first place for a triple jump, and that's not me just like trying to show off. Like, I'm just telling you where I was at during this recruiting process. The only meet I got below first place was regionals, when I made it to regionals, because these girls, these were the girls I met at regionals who were jumping, who were like #1 in the nation at the time, because they were bumping me down, #3 in the nation. Like, this is who I was meeting at regionals. I couldn't even make it to state because of them. Thank you. Anyways, also know you don't have to make it to state to get a D1 scholarship. I didn't make it to state, and here I am. My Iowa State coach, he reached out to my coach, you know, and he arranged an in-home visit. So he came to my house. I dressed up to my tip-top shape or something like that. And once again, he went over everything. He went over PowerPoint showing me all this different stuff. Cool. It was really nice. And then he also came to some of my track meets to watch me. Every meet he came to, I did really bad, so that was very embarrassing. But anyways, I mean, he still wanted me, so that's staying for something. After that, he had an official visit planned. So this is where I went to Iowa State, and I'm gonna share some pictures and videos of this. So my mom and dad both came with me. Here's me at the airport, trying to look like a college student and whatnot, get ready mentally. And me and my family at the airport, you know, just like really getting excited for this. It's an exciting thing. I mean, it's completely paid for. You're about to like just experience college life for a few days. So when we get there, you know, they introduce you to all the athletes. They introduce you to different people you're going to work with there, like academic advisors, whatever it may be. They take you to the different facilities. I'm going to show you kind of Oklahoma's official visit and Iowa State's together. I went to Iowa State first and then Oklahoma came after, but anyways, they have your itinerary, exactly how it's going to go planned. They make these cool things for you to really like make you want to stay, you know, and like come there. My favorite was the one at Oklahoma. I'll show y'all that. Anyways, you get to experience all of it. You go to the track. I don't know, it's a great experience. Here's me and my family at the hotel we were staying at when we went to Iowa State visit. Here's us actually at Iowa State taking pictures, you know, touristy, all that good stuff. Also, I did get an in-home visit from the Oklahoma coach as well. So yeah, they come, you know, they're making their best impression. Their athletes are making their best impression. You're trying to make your best impression. Like, it's very fun, it's very exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking. This is your chance to see, is this school a good fit for me? So then while you're there, they'll most likely lay out your scholarship option. Like, this is what we can offer you. This is also the part where you can negotiate. See if you can get a higher one. If not, that's fine, but at least you tried. So after the recruiting visit, next comes actual committing. Make sure wherever you commit is a good fit for you. Of course, you won't truly know So my camera did die. I'm just gonna film the rest on my phone because it's not much I have left to talk about. Thanks, camera. Anyways, make sure you're weighing your options. One thing I suggest, which I think is a great tip, like make a pros and cons list. Write down pros and cons for each school, weigh your options, see which one fits best, see which one you like best. When you're on these visits and going through a recruiting process, really try to put yourself as if you're there. You deciding where you're going is going to be one of the biggest decisions of your life. This is actually a picture of me and my dad after I told them where I decided to commit, which Iowa State. It's a huge decision and it's going to completely change your life. So make sure that during this process you are not rushing through it, because it's not something that should be rushed through. It's actually something you should take time and think about, plan, talk to family members, make your own decision. Don't let someone else make it for you. I had so many people when I committed to Iowa State, like, you chose Iowa State over Oklahoma, stuff like that. Don't let those people tell you where you should be going or where you shouldn't. Where you think is the best fit for you, go for it. and enjoy it. That's the tips I have to getting recruited to a D1 college, and that's my recruiting process. So if y'all have any questions, please leave them below. If I skip something that you really are interested to know about, let me know. Like I said, I have a lot of experience. I'm a senior. I can answer some questions for you. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope this was informative. If it was, give it a thumbs up. I'm about to run late for practice because I got to start my car up because it's like negative 500 degrees outside. So I'm about to end this video. Once again, I hope this answered y'all's question. I hope this gave you an idea of what it's like to be recruited and also what you have to do to get to that level, get to a D1 college. Also, remember that D1 isn't the only thing out there, y'all. Spread your wings. But if D1 is your plan, if D1 is your goal, go get that goal. I love y'all. Forgot what I was about to say. Enjoy y'all's day. I'm going to go enjoy mine. I'm about to get this practice. I'm about to kill it. So, bye. Thank y'all for watching again. I love y'all so much. Bye.